surely appreciate you boys letting me get in some right seat time. Haven't had much chance lately.
You're doing us a favor, Colonel. You know, these ferry jobs get to be a drag.
I swear I know every wave between here and the States. Thanks, dude.
Sir, mind my asking, what's this red and green ribbon? I don't recognize it.
That is a croix de guerre. French. Give it to me for my 16th flamer, along with 2 moist kisses on both cheeks.
You sure packed in a lot of action. How do you like flying in 2 wars?
Well, I wish I could be flying in this one.
Right waist to pilot.
Pilot to right waist.
Fighters, 4 o'clock low. Look like FWs to me.
None of ours in this area. That must be Krauts. I hope they haven't spotted us.
Excuse me, sir. I'd better take over now.
Right waist to pilot. They're peeling off. Coming in.
We can shake them off in these clouds down here, sir.
You're gonna fight him, boy. That's the only way.
Get out of there, sir! Crazy fool! Are you trying to kill us all? Go! Come on!
Pilot to crew. What are you waiting for? Open up on him. All right, honey. Come and get it. We ain't playing with kids now.
12 o'clock high. A QM production. Starring Robert Lanson. Also starring Frank Overton. With guest star James Whitmore. Tonight's episode, The Hero.
To rise before the end of the month, but their commander will be just as green as his men. So I want someone with combat experience to lead them, at least until they shake down.
Well, the only one I can think of is Major Cobb. I'd hate to lose him, Homer.
Well, you've set the standard, Frank. Now we want all of our commanders to be active pilots with combat experience. That one of yours?
No, it isn't. That pilot was, then it's a beautiful landing.
Come on.
Pilot and co-pilot, they're pretty bad.
Yeah, well, you're not exactly home.
Huh? Oh, what do you
not
know?
Too bad. You wait in the ambulance, Bob.
All right. Hey! Sonny, you an airplane pilot? I can tell by them wrinkles around your eyes. Those are from staring at far horizons. Happy? Happy, Hartley? Hey, no, it's all right. It's just a scratch.
Oh, you grizzled old Jenny Jockey, how are
You ain't changed
How many
one bit except for the stardust.
Oh, you must have collected 2 or 3 of those by now.
No, they give me eagles.
Come here, man.
General Stoneman. I'd like for you to meet Colonel Paul Hartley.
General, Hartley? Not the same Hartley who flew with the Hatton ring back in 18.
The very same. Makes me feel ancient.
Yeah, not at all. It would seem you're carrying on right where you left off.
Oh, some heinies jumped us. They swarmed all over us. Managed to give them the slip.
Looks like they kind of chewed you up, Happy.
Yes, co-pilot and pilot hit very bad. Doctor's up there with them now. Sorry to bring you this kind of trouble, Frank.
Yeah, we're not strangers to it. What group you flying with?
Flying? I've been assigned to Shafe. It's just a ferry job from the States. I managed to hitch a ride. Doctor?
All right, Colonel. Let's get that arm of yours patched up.
What about the boy?
Pilot's dead. The co-pilot's in pretty bad shape.
Hey, Franklin, maybe you and I can get together later and chew over old times.
You know, maybe it's about it. Doc, as soon as you're finished with him, send him over to my quarters, will you?
Yes, sir.
I'll call Shafe, tell him you're here, and you'll report in the morning. We got 15 years to catch up on, Pepe.
Well, thank you kindly. General Stoneman.
Glad to have met you, Colonel.
See you around, Frank.
Right, Pepe. Homer, there goes the greatest pilot in the world.
And apparently the most informal.
See? Oh, well, that. Well, he's one of 2 men who taught me everything I know about flying. I wouldn't have these if it weren't for him. I doubt if I'd be in the Air Corps. So a salute seems somehow kind of out of place with him.
Between friends, maybe. But not between officers, Frank. I'll see you tomorrow.
Yes, sir.
You know, as long as I have breath, I will never forget your first solo flight.
Oh.
You were the greatest pogo stick pilot I ever saw, bar none. Tell me, did you ever learn to land a plane in less than 3 bounces?
I learned. Now, take it easy, will you? These guys around here think I'm great. Oh, wait a minute. I dug something up this afternoon. You remember this?
Well, it's Randolph.
Yeah.
Well, who took this?
Jake took that after my last check ride when you didn't bust me.
Well, what do you know?
Even though I split us out of a slow roll and you had to grab the stick away from me.
Well, that can happen to anybody, Sonny, and you did real fine when I let you try it again.
Yeah. Well, most of those guys would have busted me or held me over.
I wanted to get you out of my class before you killed me. You know, I'm proud of you, boy. And not just a little envious.
What have you been up to, Pappy? Last time I heard about you, you were test flying 17s, and then you dropped out of sight. Nothing.
Well, nothing is exactly right. You know, you take that lady up, you drive her up, and you drive her down. The slide rule boys do all the work. So I packed that in right away.
Along with your commission?
Hmm.
Had your majority, Pappy.
That was no job for me, right? No, I put myself on a reserve list, and I went down to South America, and I did some real flying. Remember the old tin goose?
Sure, tri-motor.
That's right, bucket of bolts, tin, wire, little chewing gum here and there. But a beautiful bird. I flew her for 5 years down there.
You're kidding.
I was ferrying machinery, bananas, monkeys, gooks. I was a one-man Air Force for anybody that wanted a little air cover for a revolution, and I worked every week. I never had so much fun in my life.
Yeah, well, you still had to come back to wearing the same ODs.
Oh, well, you gotta teach the heinies some manners every 20 years, all right. Brass welcomed me back with open arms, hung these chickens on my shoulder, put me right in the middle of the war. Pentagon. Give me one of those new souped-up desks. Got a 75 mounted right in the typewriter well. Shoots down communiques in triplicate.
Come on, stop your griping. You got it made. You're over here with us heroes now.
Mr. Hero? Well, mighty nice being here. Probably give me another one of them hot desks, and if I'm really lucky, they might even give me a window so I can see you fly boys rushing off into the wild blue yonder.
Yes, General Stoneman. This is Frank Savage. I'm calling about Colonel Hartley, sir. I've been thinking about him for that command spot in the 920th. He might be just what you're looking for.
Frank, I know Hartley is an old friend of yours, but don't let that blind you. There must be some good reason why he's been kept on the ground. And something else. He is past 40, you know.
Homer, when the staff threw that birthday party for you last month, how many candles were on that cake?
49, and you keep me out of this.
All right, sir. Seriously, though, how about this? Now, the 920th is going to be made up of kids. They'll be green, they'll be scared. I think to jack them up to have a man of Hartley's reputation leading them. And you've been concerned about public relations. Well, here's a great public relations angle for you. A World War I hero returning to fly against his old enemy?
Well, I suppose it is worth thinking about.
I think it is, sir. Look, if I may suggest, why don't you check him out from top to bottom? Make him take a flight physical, really put him through the ringer. But give him a chance. And then decide. All right, thank you very much, General. Yes, sir, good night.
Joe,
Where's Colonel Hartley?
doing a second walk-around inspection.
Oh, boy.
He sure comes on with a lot of dash. He's already got Lieutenant Miller following around like a shadow.
Well, that's not bad. You just can't teach an old dog new tricks, huh? Why don't you trust our ground crews, Paul?
Well, I've been told the ground crews do not fly the airplane. And this one could use some downtime, Franklin, from nose to tail.
Well, so could every one of our ships. We can't keep them on the ground long enough. Listen, if there's anything really wrong with this, you better redline it.
What, and scrub a practice mission? What is this with the practice mission for me?
All right, Paul. But now you're here for indoctrination. That's part of it. Our practices, our tactics, right?
Let's waste of time. I could be dropping live ones on the Heinies instead of dropping dummies on a box in the ocean.
Well, that's the way it's going to be, baby.
All right. I'll let the grown-ups go out on the real live mission. That's all right. I know you're the stud duck in this outfit. It's just that I've been walking so long, Franklin, I don't want to miss out on any of the fun.
You're not going to miss any fun. I'll see you later.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Joe?
All right, Major. You heard the teacher on with the lesson. Now, this, I take it, is an airplane.
Bombardier to pilot. PDI centered. I'll take her.
Lieutenant Hearn should be controlling the airplane, sir. Well, I don't think we're lined up properly. His responsibility. He's got the bomb sight. Bombardier to pilot. It's all yours.
Bombs away.
Missed it. Overshot.
Figures?
Could be the drop was delayed too long.
Could be that we weren't properly lined up.
Yes, sir.
Now what now?
Back to base. I could have nailed it, I swear. He didn't give me enough time.
I guess he thought it was the old days when he used to do it all himself.
Hey, what's that? Bombardier to pilot.
Pilot to Bombardier.
Small craft sighted on surface, 2 o'clock.
You make it out?
E-boat. E-boat?
German patrol boat. I'll report it to coastal.
No. We'll take it. Pilot to crew. Get your guns warmed up. There's an enemy target on the surface. We're going to strafe it.
Wait a minute, Colonel. We can't do that.
Why not?
Well, it's not our kind of a job.
Our job is to destroy the enemy, Major. Pilot to crew. Wipe off your eyeballs. We're going in.
I got news for you, buddy. He still thinks it's the old days.
Rough one, Frank?
Well, I got them all back.
With a slight detour, I understand.
What?
Came in from British Coastal Command about an hour ago.
E-boat. Anything about that?
The bird had our markings.
You made a mistake.
Maybe a straggler from the group?
Well, we didn't have any stragglers, Harvey. Besides, none of our men would drop out of formation to straight a small boat.
That's Hartley, isn't it? What does he think he's doing?
That, Major Stovall, is known as flat hatting. It is an old World War I victory signal, and I think I've got the answer to our E-boat.
Look at that old Firecat go. Now that's what I call a pilot.
Yes, sir. I know. That's right. It was one of ours. Come on in, Pat. Colonel Hartley. Well, I know, sir, but... Yes, sir. I'll tell him, General. All right, thank you. Goodbye. Well, that was General Stoneman. He wants me to congratulate you on sinking that E-boat today.
Well, that was nice of him. Still, I sense that you are not joining in the applause.
You sense exactly right, Pappy. I couldn't disagree with him more.
Well, why? You know, I was always taught when you meet the enemy, you close with him and clobber him if you can. Now, in the old days...
In the old days, you tied a silk stocking to your helmet, you took off a dawn and a box kite. It was every man for himself. You shot the enemy down, all right, you saluted him. His guns jammed, you broke away, you went back home, you drank all night, and you celebrated, right?
What's the matter with that?
Nothing is the matter with that, Pappy, except this isn't that kind of a war. Look, we are not knights in armor going out to engage the enemy in single-handed combat. We're parts of a machine. We're killing wholesale lots as quickly and as efficiently as possible.
You know, you make it sound just like a business.
It is a business. It is a cold, dirty, impersonal business. Highly organized and carefully calculated to do the most damage at the least cost.
All right, have it your way, but I still don't see what I did that was so wrong. I did sink that little old boat, didn't I?
Yeah, you sank the boat. Look, learn something from this, will you, Pappy? You sank the boat. You risked the lives of 10 men, a very valuable piece of property, for a minor tactical target. It was a grandstand play, Pappy, right out of the old Hat in the Ring, and that's where it belongs. In the past.
Well, it's quite a switch you're chewing me out.
I know it is.
Why don't you level with me, Frank?
I'm leveling with you, Pappy. Look, all I want from you is that you forget the past, you fly as a member of a team, and you fly the way I know you can.
For a minute there, I thought you were washing me out.
Well, you don't get off that easy. You're all finished with the practice missions, too. Tomorrow you're going to earn your pay.
Mission?
Yeah. Sub-Ben's the same as there. Joe Cobb will lead. You fly wing the second element.
Now you're talking.
And get the codes and recognition signals from Harvey. You might start boning up on them right away.
Oh, don't worry. I can learn those.
Happy.
I'll start learning them right away, sir. Kiwi, I do get your point. We'll comply.
Thanks, man.
Fox leader to all foxes. Keep it steady and tight.
Steady and tight.
Pilot to bombardier. All yours.
Arms away.
Very pretty pattern, Joe. Very pretty. Fox leader to all foxes, starting a 180-degree turn to the left. Let's head for the barn.
Bombardier to pilot. Fighters, 11 o'clock high.
Right. On the ball, everybody. Fox 5 to Fox leader.
Fox leader to Fox 5.
Heinies. Must be about 30 of them.
We have them. Fox leader to all foxes. Keep it tight.
Waist gunner to pilot. They're coming in.
Pilot to crew, what's the damage?
Big hole in the left horizontal stabilizer, sir.
Standstill turning, sir. Fox 5 to Fox leader.
Fox leader to Fox 5.
We're taking it clobbering. When am I going to start to give it back?
Maintain formation, Colonel.
Coming down on the left.
You hear me, Colonel? Acknowledge.
Waist gunner to pilot. Fox 5, peeling out.
Fox leader to Fox 5, come in. Colonel Hartley, what's wrong? Are you in trouble?
He couldn't be. Look at him. He's flying right in the teeth of those fighters.
Fox leader to Fox 5. Return to formation. Return to formation. Acknowledge.
No chance now. He's got them all on his neck.
Fox leader to all Foxes. Close it up. Maintain altitude and heading. He was heading northwest and climbing, and that's the last we saw of him, General.
You sure he broke formation, Joe, that he wasn't in trouble?
General, I can't be sure of anything. But I do know he didn't answer our radio call, and if he was in trouble, I don't see how he could have still been climbing.
Look at that, General. Look at that plane. How did he ever keep it in the air?
Harvey, you get him into my office the first thing.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I left the formation, but I had no choice.
You left a hole in the formation and 2 of your crew are dead.
Well, as I tried to tell you, suddenly my elevator mechanism went dead and that plane flew herself out of the formation.
Suppose you had a radio malfunction, too.
Negative. I was too busy for conversation.
So what you're telling me is that B-17 flew itself through the fighters and then flew herself home. Is that it, Pappy?
Trying to tell you is that B-17 suddenly was in a cloud bank. Now, I don't know how it got there, but the Heinies couldn't see us.
Oh.
And then suddenly, call it fate or luck or whatever you want, but that elevator mechanism was working again. And I was able to sneak her back home.
Get off it, Paul.
Oh, wait a minute, Ray. Don't you think I know that this is for keeps? That one word from you could wash me out for good?
Yeah, I think you know it. I think also maybe you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Tricks? I'm not playing games with you. No, you give the orders and I carry them out. All right, I buy that. But I want you to remember one thing. There was a time when I carried life and death in my hands, too. Yours.
Pappy, that's a low blow, and that doesn't have anything to do with what we're talking about, and you know it.
Well, maybe this does. Do you think I'd lie to you? Do you?
Yes, Harvey.
General Stoneman calling, sir.
Yeah, I'll talk to him. Yes, General, what is it?
Now, Frank, I just wanted to let you know the Tourville mission is starting to heat up. So give us something to work with. No rush, but be ready. Oh, and one other thing. I now have a confirmed date on the arrival of the 9/20th. In 10 days. So, what about Hartley? Have you made up your mind about him yet?
No, sir, not yet. Yes, sir, I will. All right, thank you. All right, Pappy. As far as I know, you've never lied to me. I'm going by that. So we'll forget this last mission, but not the ones before it. In my book, you're still a freewheeling loner. Until you prove otherwise to me, you're not getting my recommendation. I'm going to fly your ears off, Pappy. I'm going to put every kind of pressure on you that a group commander can get. For the first time in your life, man, you're going to fly as a member of a team. Now, if you cut it, you get a big nod of approval from me. But you try playing Lone Eagle just one more time, and I'm going to have to cut you right off at the pockets, Pappy. Is that clear?
Very clear, General.
Mountains only leave us 2 approaches, north and south.
What about ground fire?
Yeah, 88s. All along the valley. On the slopes, both sides of the mountains, at least 2 miles each side of the target.
I'd say they were expecting.
Well, that figures. That ammo dump is the main supply point for the whole 12th Corps, Pappy.
Well, there's only one way to do it. That's to go in fast and low, right up the valley, surprise. Work like a shot.
Well, there's more than one way. And that way is going to cost us plenty.
It's going to cost you plenty anyway.
Well, not even we go over the top, right across the mountains, drop them in. We'll miss a lot of flak that way.
Honey, if you go in over the top, you're going to have about 10 seconds to spot your IP, start your run, and drop your bombs. Now, what do you think your percentage of hits is going to
We
be?
need a big percentage. All an ammo dumper needs is one good hit.
I know that, but believe me, it's better my
Your
way.
way, you're risking a whole squad.
Now, look. It's your baby.
Well, it is always the group commander's baby.
Say, Franklin, I hear the 9/20th are getting in the end of the week.
Yeah, well, you're right. You're still in the right, Pep.
That all?
Look, what do you want from me? You want me to tell you that you've been a good boy, you followed orders, you kept your nose clean for the past few days? And...
Well, that'll do for opening.
All right, you have. Pappy, the 920th is going to be made up of kids. They're all green recruits. Now, they're going to do everything their CO does. They're going to think the way he thinks, fly the way he flies. Even down to copying the way he crushes his hat.
Well, I knew a kid who was like that once. He turned out pretty good.
All right, thank you, Pappy.
Good night, Franklin.
See you in the morning.
Eddie.
All right, gentlemen, you can smoke. I've called this briefing of plane commanders tonight because the takeoff times in the morning will be staggered. The group will be flying in 2 squadrons, red and blue, leaving a half hour apart. Our target is Tour V, or specifically, the ammunition dumps there. As you can see, the target is nestled right at the narrowest part of the valley. These mountain slopes on either side range 9,000 feet high. It's going to take perfect weather and pinpoint accuracy to hit this target by going in over the top. That's Red Squadron's job. Now, there's another approach through the valley. It's better. It gives us more time and a better lead on the target. The enemy knows this. They've concentrated their anti-aircraft along the slopes of the mountains. Here, here, and here. This is a hot road. If the weather is bad, Blue Squadron will take the valley approach, going in low and fast. Now, the crowds will be all set up for the high squadron. By the time they recut their fuses, Blue Squadron will be right on top of them. I will lead Red Squadron. Colonel Hartley will lead Blue Squadron. All right, now there's just one thing to remember. Timing is the most important factor in this whole operation. We're going out of here at different times and on different headings. Confuse the enemy if we can. But we have to rendezvous over Tour V on the moment. All right, Major Cobb will give both squadrons their headings and ETAs at specialized briefings in the morning. Major?
10 shot. Dismiss.
Colonel Savage.
Yeah.
Thank you kindly, Kiwi.
Well, I needed the best pilot I had for the job.
You got it.
I also needed the best leader.
Oh, I was born to lead.
Fly low and slow, baby.
Good night, Frank.
Good night.
Right?
Bomber? Well, General, I didn't expect you to come down to see us off this morning.
Well, neither did I. Till a half hour ago. Where's Hartley?
Just took off. We're supposed to follow in 20 minutes. Anything wrong?
Well, Bomber Command Operations contacted me regarding that flight Hartley was on coming from the States.
What about it?
Well, the co-pilot recovered yesterday sufficiently to give his report. And that report contradicts what Hartley had to say.
How?
The co-pilot claims that there was more than enough time to fly into the cloud cover and avoid the enemy fighters. He claims that Hartley arbitrarily took control of the aircraft and deliberately engaged the enemy. It's a serious accusation, Frank. If true, a very irresponsible action, particularly for a man in a position to command.
So much for that man to... Why couldn't I see through him, Rob?
I think you did, Frank. You just wouldn't let yourself believe it. Five minutes. Good luck, Frank.
Load in, sir. 30 minutes to rendezvous.
Pilot to radio.
Radio to pilot.
Do you have any new weather over the target?
Nothing yet, sir.
Roger.
It's still broken, sir. All the way. Can't tell what it'll be like over target.
Pilot to radio.
Radio to pilot.
Open up command wavelength. See if you can raise Blue Squadron.
Break silence, sir.
Break silence. Now get with it.
Yes, sir. Red leader to blue leader. Red leader to blue leader.
Does that mean a change in plan, sir?
Yes, Blue Squadron will abort. We'll take this one ourselves. Pilot to radio. What about it?
Nothing yet, sir.
It's 15 minutes to rendezvous, sir. Undercast is thinner, sir. Patchy clouds ahead. We may get lucky. Get a shot at this yet.
Pilot to radio. What about Blue Squadron?
Nothing yet, sir.
Roger. Pilot to navigator. What is our distance from Blue Squadron, please?
No more than 20 miles, sir. Should be holding at 3,000 feet, heading 185.
Roger.
3 minutes to rendezvous, sir.
Target, sir.
Blue leader to formation. We're approaching the IP. Assume your trail positions for the bomb run.
Are we still going in, sir? We haven't heard from General Savage yet.
Of course we're going, and they can't bomb in that soup up there.
Radio to pilot.
Pilot to radio.
Red leader calling you, asking you to come up on B channel for traffic.
This is Red Leader to Blue Leader. How do you read me? Over.
This is Blue Leader. I read you 5 by 5, over.
Why haven't you answered me, Pappy?
This is Blue Leader. We've had radio difficulty, but it's all right now, over.
This is Red Leader. Roger, I understand. Here are your orders. Abort the mission. I say again, this is a Blue Squadron. Abort. Do you read me? Over.
Did I read abort?
This is Red Squadron. I say again, abort the mission. Now get out of there, Pappy.
We're almost on the target, Kiwi.
It's our target.
But you can't bomb in that soup up there.
You have your orders, Colonel. This is Red Leader. Confirm.
Heading into the valley, sir. We're going into our approach.
Pappy, I said get out of there.
It's too late, Kiwi.
I'm ordering you to abort.
This Blue Leader to formation. Drop down to bombing altitude at full power. We're going in.
This is Red Leader to Blue Squadron formation. This is General Savage. You will ignore Blue Leader, break off and climb out of there.
Coming up, sir. All except Colonel Hartley.
Pilot to Bombardier. We're approaching the IP.
Chief, I think he's hit.
Number 4 engine on fire. Number 2 engine running away.
We've had it, boys. Bail out. All crew, bail out. Bail out. Chief, bail out. Get out of here.
Six, 7, 8. There's 2 still aboard, sir.
Get out of there, Pappy.
Pappy! You can scratch 1 ammo dump, Kiwi. And I'll have to owe you for the airplane. Pappy!
You got a paper, Bobby? Thank you, son.
Righto, General, sir.
Colonel Paul J. Hartley. Distinguished Service Cross, Distinguished Flying Cross. Croix de Guerre.
A real hero. Just the way they write him up in the books.
You know something, Harvey? Calling a man a hero makes it easy for you. You don't have to understand him. You can just pigeonhole him, make an idol out of him. When I was a cadet, I idolized Paul Hartley. I think when I met him this time, I couldn't see the man for the idol.